Okay, it's Monday, sometime in June 2015. I'm getting ready to start my regular activism out in front of my home. I'm playing right now, I'm playing Dead or Alive. I think the song I'm playing right now is Hooked on Love. Okay, danger, danger, cautionary tale straight ahead. Folk artist busy at work, very busy. Well, I may not be earning any money from that, but I am very busy at work. I just made this sign last night, put a little touch up on it this afternoon. Do not conclude until understanding. Once understanding, you do not judge. I came across this quote in an article shortly after Obama was elected president of the United States for the first time around. And this article was about his mother. We knew a lot about his Kenyan father, but this article was about his mother who had died from cancer. And she is the one he quoted in this article. She's the one that, Obama's mother is the one that he quoted in this article. Do not conclude until understanding, want to understand, and you do not judge. Well, we're human. We're going to judge anyway. There's no way possible surviving without it. But I do understand what it means. This helped me come to my conclusion that there is no such thing as right or wrong, good or evil, only byproducts of circumstances. And but I also have another quote. You cannot be neutral on a moving train. This was the title of a book. I didn't read the book, but I like the title. So we're kind of caught in a crosshair there. And diffusion of responsibility, even though it doesn't go with the quote, I couldn't help but feel like they should be paired together. Basically, diffusion of responsibility is basically nothing getting done because everybody else is thinking somebody else is taking care of the problem, and when in the end it turns out no one's taking care of the problem. Well, I think they go together. Like, for example, the 21-year-old young man that went into that African Methodist Church in Charleston, African American Methodist Church in Charleston, South Carolina, and killed 9 people. How everybody is screaming terror, terror, terror. To me, that's not fully addressing the root of the problem. That is just simply a quick fix. Everybody believing that by screaming terror and taking the Confederate flag down, they've done their job. But no, they have not done their job. I feel that, and this boy may get the death penalty for it too. And I'm going to compare this boy getting the death penalty to Reverend Jock Noblett of St. Mark United Methodist Church, downtown Atlanta, who's running for seat in the General Assembly in Atlanta. He got held up at gunpoint in Piedmont Park, and 6 young African American men are in jail or spent some time in jail because of him being held up. And as I read everything Joshua and Reverend Noblett had to say about this, he started off in the right direction, wanting to understand what's the right thing to do. And but in the end, I didn't hear enough from him that he fully accepted responsibility for his tribe, his ancestors, his family, his friends, maybe having contributed to the trigger that set off him being held up at gunpoint by these black men. The most important thing is he did not get shot. Had they wanted to shoot him, they would have. But they did not. So from their perspective, maybe they will come out better, out of jail better, if they kiss up to the white folk like Reverend Noblett. So society is just not, including Reverend Noblett, is just not fully accepting their responsibilities to these crimes, and so nothing's ever going to get done. Here at Emory Healthcare, all the people that are behind me leaving Emory in the afternoon, staff, mostly staff, some students of Emory University, Emory Healthcare. So they still have on the book, the Methodists still have on the book that self-avowed practicing homosexuals cannot be ministers, even though Reverend Noblett is a minister in the Methodist Church. He's not listed in the Georgia Conference, so I don't know what's going on there. But they still have on the book that they're not supposed to become Methodist ministers. And so fact died, God laughed. So Emory Healthcare definitely, AI's been very good to Emory Healthcare. Emory University's Secular Methodist Research Institute. So without AI, they would not have gotten the funding, they would not have gotten the recognition for their research into this without a fag. But it is a question, and down at the bottom I have your National Primate Research Center. and I came across an ad on Google search under image, your link to the past, hope for the future. Well, not for the primate, and that fact are benefiting from them getting busy dying. Okay. So although I'm an atheist, radical atheist, I am still Methodist fact, as I was born in the Methodist Church of Virgin Island Methodist Church of Presbyterian, Arkansas. Not raised by the church until leaving home for college at the age of 18. I've always been and will forever always be Methodist fag. No less than Jesus ever stopped being a Jew. So I'm trying to be a political catalyst. So far I'm being very unsuccessful. Dead man walking, you could say. So same with Jesus of Nazareth. So I'm not here to be liked, I'm here to wake people up. I am on everyone's side, but only up to a point. Although this is not what Proverbs 16:1 says. I think it says something like, the plans of the heart belong to man, but the answer from the Lord is from the tongue. So to me, that, I'm on everybody's side, but up to a point. My God, why have you forsaken me? This one right here, I'm comparing the U.S.A. to I.S.I.S. We're on the opposite extreme end. Things are very well over here, so of course we're going to have the attitude from the song by Bon Jovi, Dead or Alive. It's all the same, only the names will change. That's the line from the song by Bon Jovi, Dead or Alive, Wanted, Dead or Alive. Well, the song I'm going to be flag dancing out to by the British group, Dead or Alive. The effort song, You Spin Me Round Like a Record. Get it? East, West, East, West. And then to me, that's the magnetic field that protects them from the solar ray, but I'm just going to pretend that's radio wave. And on the line from a song, You Spin Me Around Like a Record, is by Dead or Alive. It's a line that all I know is that to me, you look like you're having fun. So I'm sure to those on the other halfway around the world from me, between my view as well, you look at pick up the newspaper and turn on the television, you're going to see a lot of nothing but brain candy. Okay, I got the idea for the silence equal consent sign by a protest shortly after that pool party where the white cop was, had his knees into the back of a black woman on the ground. White silence equals white consent. Well, silence equals consent period anytime. And so I started playing around with that. So here, we're on the theme of Dead or Alive after Bon Jovi song Wanted, Dead or Alive, and the group Dead or Alive. You spin me around like a record. I started playing around with it. So silence equals consent. What does dialogue equal? And I decided purgatory. Dialogue, if we were to have true dialogue, what would happen? The conservatives, or those who are doing well off, which would be us, halfway around the world from I.S.I.S, or even within the United States, the minorities up against the conservatives, and that's all terminating cliche. If there were truly to be dialogue, genuine result, there's going to have to be sacrifice on somebody's part, and to them that's going to feel like purgatory, and they don't want to admit to this. And everything in pathology is up and different. Well, that came from a quote by a Romanian or Bulgarian, I don't remember. Although I didn't like his political views, he was a socialist. I did like the quote, to varying degrees, everything in pathology is therefore indifferent. Well, I want to disagree with that. Indifference here, I do understand what he's trying to say. If you don't care about suffering, then you're not going to you're not going to be under stress, and you live longer. So, but indifference here is pathology somewhere else, if you think of it as a whole. So the only thing to me that can be truly true indifferent would have to be God. God would have to be indifferent to be eternal, to be infinite. So therefore, God would be the eternal and not two or three. Well, if you get to be too indifferent, having too much fun, too much trust, don't be surprised if you find a bullet through your head. Dead work too. You can't have anything to say then. So dead or alive, if we don't have the dialogue now, somebody's going to have to pay for it later. Prevaricate, furniture. This is just my way of using Rosewood Massacre. I got the lines off of a movie titled Rosewood. He was so big, he was so black, that boy. That was a white woman accusing of a black man from Rosewood of having raped her. And this all black self-sustaining town got wiped off the map. Well, I'm not going to go into the whole story here, but this was just my thought for Dodger Way, competing with nationally known pastoral consultant Jove, Robert Gary, and his wife, who used to live in that house, calling his wife, nothing but another pernicious prevaricating cunt. Geopolitical Child. That's the title that came from a song about an art piece by Salvador Dali. But this is about the book of Jonah. I paired it with the book of Jonah. Do it thou well to be angry for the gourd. I do well to be angry even unto death. So that's me dancing Southern Decadence in New Orleans. I have no idea who that man is. Just somebody who grabbed me on the dance floor, and the friend that I was with took the picture. So just recently, with the Supreme Court, now legal to be married in all 50 states. Gay men, gay women, lesbian women be married. But with women worldwide owning less than 1% of private property, there is some justification for not allowing gay rights. So I'm definitely into the constrained form of government, that there are limitation flaws in the way we think, and unless we take these into consideration collectively and act on as a group, we're doomed. And so we have to factor this into our politics. That women own less. Won't happen. Although I don't think there'll be a tsunami of men rushing to get married, there could be some great men who get married only for the financial benefit. They can still continue to do nothing but play golf. Who says that marriage has to be sex? Question for you, Emory University Office of President James Wagner. Why believe in God? I'm accusing him of being really an agnostic, nothing but the current chair of Agnostic Anonymous. Fuck you, nothing but a thought-terminating cliche. Well, fuck you is about far the most popular opinion I have about people driving by my house, in front of my house from Emory. I'm throwing it back at them, so that's why I went ahead and spelled it out. Homopolar, goddammit, homopolar. This is a neologism I made up, and it actually, I think, helped me bring me from the DeKalb Crisis Center when I was involuntarily committed by my mother and sister. There's a word that I made up. As opposed to bipolar, I have every right to be angry. And it gets it back to geopolitical style. The sickness and John as well. Take 1 to masturbate, 2 to procreate, 3 before anyone. Fuck!